This proclamation was passed last week in court, and I would like to share it with you. The proclamation is Child Abuse Awareness and Prevention Month for April 2011. Whereas every child deserves to grow up in a safe, loving home where his or her physical, emotional, and educational needs are fully met, thereby giving the child an opportunity to realize his or her full potential. Whereas preventing child abuse and neglect is a community problem that depends upon education and involvement among people throughout every sector of the community. Whereas in 2010, every 8 minutes, a child in Texas was subject to abuse or neglect. Whereas in 2010, 66,897 children in Texas, including 366 children in Henderson County, were confirmed as victims of neglect or abuse. Whereas nearly 40,000 of those children were under the age of 6 years old. Whereas in 2010, every other day, a child in Texas died from abuse or neglect. Whereas in 2010, 42,890 children in Texas, including 105 in Henderson County, were placed in a care and custody of the Texas Department of Family and Protective Services because of evidence of abuse or neglect. Whereas a child's journey in a foster care system can be extremely frightening and stressful experience for a child who has been removed from his or her home and placed with strangers. Whereas the impact of abuse and neglect has long-term personal, economic, and social costs. Whereas CASA volunteers are assigned by the court to speak for a foster child's best interest. Whereas CASA of Trinity Valley, Child Protective Services, Child Advocacy Centers, foster parents, teachers, and others work to ensure that children in our community have the opportunity to grow up in a safe and loving homes. Therefore, I hereby proclaim April as Child Abuse Awareness and Prevention Month in Henderson County and commend all organizations, including CASA of Trinity Valley, CASA volunteers, the Henderson County District and County Attorney's offices, and the Child Advocacy Center for their commitment and dedication to preventing abuse and mitigating the devastating effect of abuse and neglect by serving children who have been victimized. I further call upon the citizens, community agencies, faith groups, schools, government agencies, and businesses to increase their participation in efforts to support families and prevent child abuse, thereby strengthening our entire community